Hello, will be a recap of the latest trade ideas provided on Forex Live by me, and also more digging into Russell 2000, what happened, and for next week. So this week we had a few trade ideas. Sometimes we provide trade ideas with more specifics and key levels. Other times it's technical analysis that are directional. For example, if a 4 hour or daily candle closes above a certain price level, then that is bullish. Under a certain price level, that is bearish. So more directional according to certain junctions. Trade ideas, some people like them, some don't. I think they also give a good ground to talk about technical analysis, and hopefully, for those that take it, my aspiration is that they will also make some money. So, we had this week a quick trade idea with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Luckily, or not luckily, hopefully wisely, our stop was far enough. The market did challenge it, almost hit it, but we did make our stop intentionally under the 3,900 round number. It reversed at 3,903. It hit our take profit, which was just one tick below the 4,000 number, again, intentionally, yielding a 1.73% on the long, on 50% of the position. The rest of the 50%, the stop loss was moved to the entry, and that was on Friday hit. So, um, yeah, so half of the position was broke even, and the other one is a 1.73% or 68 points on ES. On gold, when we were at 1737, we said it would be testing on 1700 round number. That's exactly what it did. That was a short trade for those that took it, and congratulations. You probably enjoyed it, I would assume. Crypto, we had a long where basically it was also short term, but it was a very nice gain of just over 8%, um, entering at 1486 and getting out at 1624. You have to get out in these trade plans because, especially in crypto, things can reverse quickly. That's what it did. But we got out with our take profit. Nat gas was a really nice one. It's still going on. There's a third of a position that's still working. There was a guy here that was sure this was a horrible call. I personally like pluralism. I like the fact to hear other opinions. And it wasn't a horrible call because it was our first take profit target at 887 was filled after the entry was at 9328. That's a quite a significant 5% move. And we are continuing with that short because I think there's a lot more potential. I'm not looking at the news. I'm looking at technicals. Some people are sure that gas is the next. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I'm just playing the technicals. I'm playing the risk versus reward. I don't really care about the news. So you can look at the trade idea and look at where the other second and third targets are. But with Russell, I had a miss. So, and I'd like to. I'm especially interested in that. So we had I was looking at a bull flag. I was looking at this bull flag with this touch point at the bottom, and these three touch point, the breakout and the retest. And I was looking for small piercing inside, little fakey, and then up. And I was saying we're bullish until we're 1820. The market closed at 1809. That's well inside the channel, and that means that there is probably, in my humble opinion, a bigger setup. This setup not working is either me not trying the right lines and right setup, not drawing the right map that other strong algos are going to act upon, or there is another something that is going on, and this invalidates this flag. So now I'm looking at that, and I erased the flag because it has expired in my opinion. I might come back to it if I see price reacts and validating it again. But now I'm looking at the volume profile. I'm looking at this range. Okay, I'm looking at a price range. Sorry for my drawing. And this red line is the POC price. A little bit, bulls a little bit came in here, got hit hard again. And I'm looking at 1775 or 1773 as a previously developing POC. I'm looking at the value area low at about 1715. And, I could put an order, for example, let's say I put an order here. Okay. But it's problematic because one, I might not even get to it and it might reverse before. Or it can get to it and just go down a lot more and maybe reverse here, but then my stop is hit on my long because I must have always a stop like you. So I'm more looking to cast a net on this. I want my highest buy order to be here and my lowest buy order to be here. And I've put this interesting plan. I think it's interesting. There's 6 buy orders at these numbers, okay, 1805, 1781, and so forth until 1710. Whoever's interested can look at these numbers, trade at your own risk, but you're welcome to imitate me. And these are basically the units that represent the proportion of the entire trade position that is being invested at each price level. Okay, so because there's 30 here, so each unit is 3.33% of the budget. If I'm putting in, for example, um, you know, let's say $100 on the position, of course that's theoretical only, but to get to explain things in a round number way, then $3.33 is going to be going long at 1805, and then $6.66 will be going long at 1781. Okay, finally 36.63 of the $36.63 is going to be invested in a long at 1710. This allows me to get a weighted average, okay, of 1731.50, which is closer to the lower range, okay? If I didn't do this, my my average would be higher than this weighted average. So this becomes the entry price for my long, and my stop loss is risking 102 points, and my take profit is going for double that at 205 points. Okay, at a micro, if I'm trading the Russell Micro, where each point is $5, I'll be risking $513 to target 1,025. Okay, and of course, with E-mini Russell, that's 10 times of that. So risking about 5K to make about 10K US dollars. On the chart, it looks like this. The average entry price, a result of the weighted average, is right here at 1731. And my stop is still below the yearly low at 16th of June, which was 1640.7 is currently the yearly low. My stop is below that, so I'm feeling quite happy and comfortable with that stop. And it is an almost a 6% stop. So do size up your position accordingly. And I'm targeting a gain of 11.84%. And note it's just under the value area high. Okay, so even if I am at this range here, okay, and I'm just playing possibly, I could be doing another leg up like this. I'm still realistic. I mean, even if later it goes down, I'm still playable. My trade is still playable in this possible range. I don't need the market now to go to a new all-time high which is a low probability event and trade. Okay, so I'm in a high probability sort of territory here, in my humble opinion, and it allows me to, through that casting that net, to capture a possible reversal here on the 12-hour candles. We have here the RSI with the crossover. Hopefully, I think that we are here over sold. I don't like the overbought, oversold. I usually don't use it. I would actually be doing this trade regardless. This is just a way to show another perspective. But I think we will be, we're close here to a bounce. My guess it would be around 1776. But again, I don't want to risk catching that possible reversal theory with a single order, because that makes my trade, 10 times harder to achieve and to execute. So by casting that net, then I make it a lot more interesting. And actually, I'm also mitigating my risk better, because I am putting a higher budget on the lower on prices. So hopefully, regardless if you do this trade, hopefully this trade idea gives you an idea, something to consider, how you can scale in to the trade. How can you cast that net, and how can you make it not with an equal weight, with you will notice, by the way, that this I used here a Fibonacci series. Okay, so um, the more attractive the price becomes, the greater the number is, and this is a Fibonacci series. Come back to Forex Live Technical Analysis for some interesting perspectives. Hopefully, this will help you make some money. There is no promise here. It's only up to you, only at your own risk. This is only my opinion. I do not know what's going to be in the market. I do not promise you anything, except for I care about what's happening here. I care about what I do, and I love what I do. And I think that it's worth listening to, but that's up to you to decide. Have a good week. Trade at your own risk. And thank you for coming to Forex Live for some interesting ideas. See you later this week for other updates. Ciao.